All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this recording. My name is Cassie Johannes, and I am here with Nicole and Tracy, and we are three of thousands of people that are all over the world that are part of this movement called the Healthy Living Revolution. And we are here just to simply share our stories about how these plant produce have impacted our lives and changed our health. And this is just what we do. We network with people and we share our experiences. So again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this recording. I'll go ahead and share my story first. I was a D1 collegiate athlete and I played on the U.S. women's national team for women's soccer. So I physically was in shape, but nutritionally and health-wise, I was struggling. I struggled with allergies and asthma. I had IBS, Crohn's, chronic migraines. I had red flags for lupus. I was a mess and really struggling. And at the time, all that I was told to do was just take medicine after medicine after medicine, just to simply mask all of my issues, not really get to the root of the problem and do anything to resolve the issues. I was just told that this is the cards that you were dealt, and this is what you are going to have to live with for the rest of your life and be on medication. And so when I was introduced to the idea of flooding my body with over 45 plants every single day, I was intrigued, but to be honest, I was a little skeptical because I was just like, well, this is too simple. This can't make a big change in my life. Here I have been told for my entire life that this is just how things are going to be. So, but I was intrigued enough to, thank goodness, to get on a call like this, hear stories, hear the information, hear the research, and, a light bulb really went off in my head. And I just was not fueling my body optimally at all. Plain and simple. I was not getting enough plants into my system. I was not getting enough stuff into my diet that could really impact my health. And that light bulb kind of went off, and that correlation really was clear on how much nutrition really does affect our health. And so I did get started right away. And I still had the mindset that nothing was really going to change big for me, but I knew I needed to take steps at least to getting more nutrition into my body. So this was an easier way. So when I am sitting here today, completely allergy and asthma free now, 100% medication free, all of my digestive issues have been resolved, and I feel better now as a 34-year-old mom of two than I did when I was competing as a D1 athlete. So it's needless to say, I'm, beside myself, I'm a huge advocate and fan of these plant produce. And then I have two children who have had this in their system since they were in my belly, and they are 5 and 6, and they have never been on antibiotics at all, and rarely get sick. Just two very thriving, healthy kids that I know that they are getting the foundation of health every single day. We strive to be healthy and eat right, but this is just that extra insurance policy for us. And then same for my husband as well. So we're huge fans of these plant produce because they are so easy. So it's a win-win-win for us. So that's a little bit about my story. Nicole, you want to go ahead and share yours?
Sure. So I moved to Germany a couple years ago, and life changed drastically. I had to get used to a new culture, new foods, lots of things, and we were on the go a lot. We ate out a lot. We ate in the car a lot. We were not eating well. My children were not eating well, and it took a toll on all of us. I was tired all the time. I was drinking caffeine, Diet Coke, tea, whatever I could get my hands on. And I was grumpy. I was depressed. And I needed something. And then I met Tracy in the fall, and she was inviting people to meet her at the gym. And I was like, okay, this is what I need so I can, have that accountability and show up because somebody's counting on me. So I started showing up at the gym and working out with her and a few other ladies. And that sort of started the process. So I started feeling a little better, and I was watching her and seeing the things she was doing. And then she would mention these protein or not protein, but plant things, and how I could flood my body with 45 plus fruits and vegetables. And I was like, what are you talking about? So she shared her story with me. And so I listened, and, you know, it took a little time, and I kind of started doing my own research and just watching her. And finally I was like, okay, I need to try this for myself. So I started on the product in November and got my kids eating the gummies, and what a difference it made. And over the course of time, I started wanting more fruits and vegetables, and I wanted to start eating better things. And my mood lifted, and I wasn't tired all the time. I didn't drink any more Diet Coke, and rarely had any tea. Every once in a while I'll still have some because it gets cold in Germany. But I just started feeling so much better, and how I wanted to feel, and how I felt, you know, yeah. And so my sugar cravings are pretty much gone. Like every now and then I will have, you know, a little urge, but I can have a little bit and that's enough. Whereas before, if I had a little, I needed more and more and more. And so that's been huge for me because I love sweets, or at least I used to. And I live in a town where there is a bakery almost on every corner, and they smell delicious. And now I can just keep walking, and I don't have to go in. And quite honestly, when I do have one, it doesn't taste as good as it used to. Like, I don't have that, oh, I'm so glad I had that. It was kind of like, oh, that was super. So that's been great for me because I've been able to work out every day and have the energy to do that, giving up a lot of sugar. And I've lost 30 pounds plus, over 30 pounds really, since January, just by making small changes and eating better. And so it's been great.
It's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I have just loved watching your transformation because it's been inspiring for me because you put in a lot of work. You know, it's nothing we do is a quick fix. It takes a lot of simple changes, right, over time. So thank you. So I'm Tracy, and I wanted to share my story really quick. So kind of like Nicole hinted at, I'm a fitness professional. I've been doing this for about 8 years, and but I'm also a super busy mom. And I have very picky kids who are teenagers right now. But for years, I struggled with getting good nutrition in their body, and I knew how to eat right. I told my clients every day how to eat right, but the reality of that happening on a regular basis just didn't happen all the time. And I really was at a loss for what to do because I didn't know how to get them, you know, all the good things in their body that I knew they were missing. And I had a lot of mom guilt, but I just was at a loss for what I could do to change that. I also have had thyroid issues for 23 years. I've been on medication that entire time. And about 5 years ago, we were hit with a really big crisis in our family, which was, I was under a ton of stress during that time. And my body suffered. My thyroid went crazy during that time. I was seeing my doctor every couple months because I had to keep increasing my medication because I just felt terrible. I was tired. My hair was falling out. Like it just was not a good time. So like Cassie, what did I do? I took more medication because that's the only answer I had. Nobody ever mentioned, hey, change your nutrition, right? So when I was introduced to this, I was a little skeptical, like Cassie said, but I also knew that this could really be the answer for my kids. That's all I was thinking. My kids are going to get this amazing nutrition, right? Well, I was pleasantly surprised when I went back to my doctor about 4 months after being on the product, and my thyroid levels were in a normal range, which hadn't happened in a long time, and they've been normal for over a year. So I've been able to lower my medication. I'm not having to see my doctor. You know, last time I saw my doctor was 9 months ago, and I feel fabulous. So my energy levels are amazing. My workout recovery, I never, you know, I wouldn't say never, but I'm hardly sore anymore. I feel better at almost 49 than I did when I was 29. So, you know, like Nicole had mentioned too, our sugar cravings have really gone down. We love sugar in this house, and we hardly ever have it anymore. And my husband's insomnia has gone away. So it's just been a huge win for our families, and probably one of the best decisions I've ever made.
Awesome. Oh my goodness. I love these stories. This is why we do what we do. And this is what we do. We just come together and, you know, we all have different reasons for getting started. We all come from different backgrounds, but, you know, we do have something in common in that we care about our health. We care about our kids' health, and we're looking for something simple that can be very impactful. And that's exactly what we have here with the plant produce. And at the same time, we recognize that a lot of other people struggle, have the same struggles as us too. And so when you feel this good, it organically starts coming out and you start sharing it with other people. And that's exactly why we all decided to join this mission and this healthy living revolution. And so Nicole, I want to hear a little bit about your story and why you decided to join the mission and your business experience so far.
Honestly, in the beginning, it was just to get some money back on my own product. I decided that I wanted to try more things, and I wanted to get my husband on the product and both my kids. And I decided, you know what, if I can make some money off of that, great. Well, then I started meeting more of you and getting very inspired. And I started sharing my story with my friends, and they were like, wow, or they would see me after a while and they're like, how did you transform yourself? And what have you been doing? And I would just share my story, and then they would be intrigued. And so then they wanted to join the mission. So it sort of just organically happened. And it's been exciting, and it's changing me as a person too. I think I talk to more people, so that's kind of exciting. I'm a talker anyway, but it's just been fun. So
awesome. I love that, Nicole. I feel like you nailed it. We're real people, wanted a real simple solution, and real fruits and vegetables, real whole food. Like that is what we are about. And that's what we do here with this company and with these plant produce, just networking to share our stories. We don't do TV ads. We don't advertise anywhere on the internet or anything. We just simply rely on people's experience and sharing how good we feel. Because you never know. I had no idea how good I could feel until we took on this lifestyle. So as these ladies, I'm sure can too attest as well. So thank you again so much for taking the time to watch this recording, whether it's Nicole that shared it with you or anybody else. We appreciate your time, and we are open books. So if you have questions, please reach out to the person that shared this video with you. And we look forward to having you join our mission or get started with one simple change.